Get started. My name is Tim Turzin. I'm a sales rep here at LKCS, and I'll be giving the presentation today. What we're going to go over today is social media and best practices on how to use it, and then a management tool to make the best use of your time when using social media. So one, social media is huge. There's hundreds of channels of social media, and it's growing constantly. I mean, I'm sure there's probably another site or two new social media sites started today. All right. The biggest things to know about these different social media sites is you're going to be targeting specific audiences, and you got to know what type of audience you want to target to what media you're going into, and then there's specific purposes for each of those social media channels that you're going to get into, whether it's news, friends, photos, videos, all that type of stuff. So even though there are hundreds of social media channels, there are specific purposes for each use, and you'll want to know that before getting into it. All right. Some of the benefits of social media that we're going to talk about today is increasing your brand awareness and exposure. The more you're out there, the more you're doing things on social media, the more followers you have. Obviously, it's putting your name and your brand out there, and that's helping you, look a little bit better in the public eye. You're going to build that loyal community of those active followers, so those people that are responding to you, they're engaging with you, they're retweeting, they're sharing, they're doing all that stuff. That's huge in social media. You need that to thrive and continue to grow. It's going to help boost traffic to your website and improve search engine optimization for all those things that you're doing on those different social media channels. There's different links getting sent out there when more and more people share them or retweet them, etc. Those things are then driven back to your website. So the more things you have out there, the better SEO you have. It's going to help you cut some marketing costs. Social media is not free. It is cheaper than traditional marketing, but there are still some costs involved of doing different items. But it's going to help you out on that aspect. You're going to always want to monitor your brand's online reputation. And what that is being out there and just being aware that people are talking about you, and then being able to jump in that conversation at any time. It's also going to help with some account acquisition and sales opportunities. The more you engage your followers and users, the more you're going to be able to get those new opportunities. So one, brand reputation. So like I said, people are going to be talking about your institution whether you like it or not. Some of those things people are saying are truthful and they're helping you. However, some of those things people are talking about may not be so truthful or maybe a little bit damaging to you. So the things you're going to need to do is control your brand. You're going to want to establish yourself on the social media sites that you want so you can basically own that conversation. If there's people talking about you, which I'm sure there are right now, and you're not in that social media market or channel, you can't basically jump into that conversation and steer it in the direction you want it to go. So as long as you're on there, you can see what's going on, and if somebody's having a negative experience, you can get in there with an answer for them or help them turn that into a positive solution, and then answer any questions or solve any issues that you uncover as you do that. The demands on your time, we all would love to have that marketing team of 10, 15, 20 people, and everybody has their specific job. Unfortunately, that just doesn't happen. So everybody's wearing, those multiple hats. So, social media isn't your only job responsibility. Just remembering the usernames and passwords to sign in to multiple sites is too time consuming, and it's easy to miss, comments, posts, reviews, whatever's happening. So what our system or a social media management system would help you do is approve and publish content, review and respond to posts and comments, and then report on social media activity all in one location. That way you're going to sign into one screen. It's going to have all the different social media sites gathered into one location. You can, like I said, post to all those sites from one location, review those things that are coming in, and then have some results and activity that's going on for you. as I said earlier, social media is always growing and changing, and we know that social media is more than Facebook and Twitter. Those are the big two, but obviously there's hundreds of other sites that you could possibly get into, to kind of communicate, with your audience. But you can't possibly establish a presence on every single site. We know that it's impossible, and you can't help or direct where people are going to talk about your institution. So one of the things that a management system is going to help you do is monitor and consolidate all that information for mentions and reviews into one location. It's even going to review all those sites that you aren't on. It's going to help you bring all that content in so you know what's out there, and it's going to let you continue to build that online community of those loyal followers for yourself. I had a question here, and if we're going to have some email copies of the slides and make them available for download. And like I said, for you that missed it earlier, we will be sending a copy of this presentation out to you, and then also it'll be online on our YouTube channel later this afternoon. So compliance is one of the big things, or one of the things that's kind of making some compliance people stay up at night with the social media stuff. But really, it's all the same rules and regulations apply here as any other advertising that you're doing. It's going to have some risk management and reputation risk that you're out there doing for the institution. It's going to keep your management and board informed of what's going on social media. It's going to help you look and see how your employees are using social media. And then if you haven't seen the FFIEC social media guidance report that came out in December 2013, go ahead and take a look. But it's basically saying there's no new requirements for compliance, and it's going to help you understand some potential risks, expectations, and ideas for social media policies. All right. So publishing content and doing different things for multiple sites, as I said earlier, you're going to want to do it all from one location. Like I said, it's too hard to log into 5, 6, 7 different sites and try to post. So what you want to get is that management system to help you consolidate all that. You can post and publish that content from one location, including links, photos, videos, blog posts, things like that. And also something that's going to let you schedule that content in advance. Again, we said we don't have the time to basically sit there and do all this stuff. With a management system, you can build all this scheduled content, put it out there, and schedule that time and date for those things to post. So you can do, multiple days a week, whatever it is, at one time. Get that stuff ready, and then some systems like LKCS actually can optimize when those posts go out. So the more you use social media, the more it learns when your followers are actually looking at that, sharing it, retweeting, and it's actually going to schedule those posts to go out at the peak time for your institution. This is just a screenshot of our content management system for social media, and it's showing here that we're going to be posting to Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Google+, all from one location. At the bottom there, you're going to see those social media icons with the character count next to them, so it's actually letting you know if this post is going to be, one box or broken into multiple as you go through. You can schedule from there, save it as a draft, send for approval, all from that one screen. Some of the publishing extras that you want to look for in a management system is one of the big things we found is sometimes when you actually link to something, there's an image that comes up, and sometimes that image doesn't quite match what you were hoping for. So one of the things that our system allows you to do is actually preview that and change that image if necessary, so the correct image actually goes with the correct link. All right. It's going to allow you to schedule and publish Facebook photos, which is something that's important, that you can get multiple photos out from one location. That bulk schedule, what I was talking about, to import content from something like an Excel spreadsheet to schedule content for a week, a month, or longer. So if you have a couple hours in one day, you can go ahead and schedule posts or write a bunch of posts for a long period of time, get it all in there, and basically set it and forget it. And then one of the new things our system is now doing is what we call suggested content. And there's a system or a section in there that's going to make recommendations based off of what you've previously posted online. So if you've been maybe touting an auto loan special for the past few weeks or months, it might have a couple articles that you'd be able to look at, basically maybe the top 10 reasons to buy a vehicle instead of lease. It's not something coming from you. These are articles published by somebody else online, but it's a quick filler, something easy to get out if you don't have time to write something for that day. All right. Some of those other management tools that you want to do is review, modify, and delete those scheduled posts. So like I said, we can always import something from Excel or bulk schedule, but we always want to have the option to go back in there, review it, modify, and delete things, and a system like ours allows you to do that. One of the big things that you'll see with an actual management system like ours is it's going to let you save posts as drafts to complete or schedule later. Some systems don't let you do that. I know, like Hootsuite, basically you get in there, if you don't publish it when you're in there, you lose it. You got to start over again. So that's something you're going to want to look forward to. And then establish content approval workflow. There's different permissions that we can set if there's multiple people on your team. To do things, maybe if I'm the boss and I have maybe one or two people that are helping me out write some content or do different things, they can get in there and write the content, but they have to approve it or submit it for approval by me before it actually goes live or gets approved. Okay. So the biggest thing is engaging on social media. Not only can you just put stuff out there, but you have to basically respond to the people that are liking your post, that are commenting on that are retweeting it, sharing it, whatever it may be. You have to be there to engage those people. So the posts and comments that are published by others are all coming in to a single priority inbox on a system like ours. So you don't have to go to multiple places to see who's talking about you or who's doing all those things. It's all in one place. And the nice thing about this is it's automatically scored for positive or negative sentiment. Like I said, our system is very intuitive, and it's actually going to learn when something good is happening and when something bad is happening, and it's going to let you know what's going on. It's going to let you view any of those people's social media profiles as you go through, including their clout score, which is basically their influence on social media, and then more for each of those people. So if you need to do something for that person, you can. It's going to let you reply, retweet, or direct message as you review those people. So as you're going through and seeing what's going on, if you need to respond, say thank you, whatever it may be, it allows you to do that from one screen. And then it's also going to be able to send you some email alerts on all the social media activity that's going on. So even if you're not logged into the system, you can get email updates of what's happening. That way it's going to come right into you, and then you can log in and check out what's going on. And this is just a screenshot showing that inbox of what's happening. And then in the right-hand side, you can actually see that you can reply or respond to those people right from there. And you can sort it variously by the type of site that it's coming into. So if you only want to look at Facebook or Twitter or what have you, you can actually sort all that content as well. Some of the advanced engagement extras, so ways to make you more appealing, I guess, online. One would be that the inbox, you can actually mark them as read or remove them once they're addressed. So like I said, if there's multiple people working on it, you want to know if something's been done or not, so we can actually mark it as read or delete it as we go through. We can assign responses or contacts to other users. So if things are coming in, I don't know the answer, there's multiple people on the team, I can actually assign it to somebody else. They'll get a notification, let them know that they have something to take care of in the system, that they can get in and actually respond to whatever that issue was. You can modify, sort, order, and the filter post by comment, social media channels, all that type of stuff, as I just mentioned. And some of the really nice things that I find important is there's some special Twitter capabilities in our system that's going to allow you to send automatic welcome messages to new followers, set up auto replies or auto retweets for posts. with certain terms or hashtags, or auto follow or unfollow people based on rules. And the reason I say that this is nice is not only can you have this done automatically so you don't have to worry about it, you can actually set a time interval. So it doesn't seem like it's automatic or automated, that nobody's actually paying attention. So I can actually write maybe 5 or 6 different welcome messages and have them be sent out randomly, say 32 minutes after that person tweets something or shares something of mine, which is very nice. It actually seems authentic at that point, that you're not, it's not a computer doing it, that you actually logged in, saw that they followed you, and are responding to them. So there's some nice things that you can do with Twitter in the system as well. Monitoring is a big part of any system. You want to know what's going on out there online, not only for you, but maybe even for your competitors. So some of the things that the system can do here is it's going to monitor, first off, dozens of social media sites, even the ones that you're not on. So it's going to actually go out throughout the web and look at a bunch of different sites. And then you can always tweak those rules, filter out any unwanted content that is not relevant to your company at any time. And then you can, like I said, monitor those competitors, executives, board members, etc., for what they're doing. Another thing that I've seen some people monitor, just other institutions that they like. They like their marketing. They like what they're doing. So I'll actually go ahead and monitor somebody maybe across the country just to see what they're doing. That's going to give, them fresh ideas for maybe what they can do with their marketing as well. So you always want to stay aware from the feedback from the major review sites. With the system, we could actually go out there, claim that page for you. That way we actually see what's going on those review sites. Again, it's owning the conversation, getting out there and being in control. If something is said about you, you can control that conversation one way or another. And then obviously monitoring LinkedIn group discussions for the business side as well. In the monitoring system, all mentions are displayed in one dashboard similar to that inbox. All those things are coming in that you can kind of see, but it's also going to give you a daily or weekly email summary of all that activity, including the sentiment indication. So like before when I said things are rated positive and negatively, this is also going to come to you via email. That way, people are talking about you. You don't want to look at that maybe every day. You can get that email and just kind of see a review of what happened for that day or week. All right, this is a screenshot of what that monitoring screen looks like, and it's just like I said, based off all the keywords that we're going to put in for your institution, for competitors, other institutions that you might like, that you want to follow, board members, whatever it may be. It's all going to come in. It's all ranked, and again, you can go ahead and respond directly on here to whatever posts are being made. Right. Our system also includes several reports, and that's something that you want. You want to know that it's actually working. Not only do you need something to publish that content, post the content, review the content, you want to actually see if those things are doing well. So these reports are going to analyze your activity and reach. It's going to keep a record of all of those social media posts that you've put out there, which is nice for compliance, that you can go back and always see what you've done in the past. It's actually going to measure each post's effectiveness through the shares, clicks, comments, likes, etc. And then we also have some other built-in reports and custom reports that can be delivered email or weekly, monthly. That way, if you always want to send a report to the board members or the president once a month on what you did that month, we can set that up in the system as well. A couple samples of what these reports are. This report's just showing you what that post was, when it went out, who liked it, shared it, all that type of stuff, how many people it reached, how many people were engaged in it. These are the people that may have responded, shared it, retweeted it, whatever it may be. Who's talking about it still, if there was any negative feedback based on that post, and then the virality of it, so basically how far it reached the internet, and you'll kind of see all that from one screen. A couple of the other reports, just some graphs that are showing your daily page users, so people that are actually on your page, looking at things, liking things, clicking on things. And then at the bottom, those best time to post. The more you use a system like ours, the more it learns about you, and it's actually going to adjust and let you know the best times for engagement to actually send out different posts for social media. All right. So not only can LKCS help with that management side, there's a bunch of other things that we can help you with that social media side. So if you're just getting into the social media marketing, you need help setting up those accounts with those profile designs, we can help there as well. Obviously, we've talked about that daily management. We have some social media training we can put you through if you need some practices or what to post and things like that. The monitoring we went over, the community building and strategies we can talk about, and then social media advertising. If you're in there and you want to do some different advertising so things come up, when people are looking on social media, we can actually help you with that as well. All right. That is everything for today. If you have any questions, again, please type them into the GoToMeeting toolbar, and I'll be able to answer them now. I appreciate everybody's time today. Thank you.